Good evening. I'm David Morissette, principal here at Gorham High School. And I'd like to welcome you to our graduation ceremony this evening. And we'll begin with the entrance of our seniors. And it is with great pride that I present to you the graduating class of 2026. Thank you, and I would like to call our senior, Madison Braley, to the forward for the playing of the national anthem. Thank you. And our first guest speaker will be Superintendent of Schools, David Backler.
Thank you, everyone. Graduates of the class of 2026, honored guests, families, I just want to take a minute to look around where we are. It's an incredible place. It's always good to take in the moment. And as we take in the moment, I think of this place, the strength that we all have from this place. There's a grandeur, a permanence to our landscape that molds us in ways we may not even realize until we step beyond the borders of our small town. Today, you all stand at that threshold. As you move forward, I want to offer you a mindset rooted in rural toughness. This mindset understands that your brain is capable of constant growth. That's a concept known as neuroplasticity. More importantly, it recognizes that coming from Gorham has given you a unique edge. Growing up here, you haven't just been given a path. You have learned how to find your own. You have learned that achievements which don't come easily, the ones that require assessing resistance and remaining determined, are the most meaningful. Lean into the situations that make you nervous. Gianna Pizzuto said that on a podcast. Embrace those butterflies as a sign that you are on the verge of something significant. Trust that your world toughness has prepared you for this moment. You are far more capable than you know, and you possess the resilience to turn every challenge into an opportunity for growth. You have a rural toughness. You are autonomous, self-determining, and prepared to solve problems independently. Know that you are ready for any challenge that lies ahead. Carry this Gorham resilience with you. Trust in your ability to learn and adapt, and go forward boldly. Congratulations, class of 26.
Well, to the class of 2026, congratulations. And thank you to the parents, grandparents, guardians, and friends whose love and support have brought our graduates to this moment. And I want to extend our gratitude to Toby Reichart and the Mount Washington Auto Road for once again hosting us in this magnificent place. Graduates, please take a moment, as Mr. Backler noted, to take a look around you. It will be easy to take this for granted, and when you're gone, you may really appreciate it. We are gathered here in Pinkham Notch at the base of Mount Washington. To the Native Americans, this was a sacred place. These majestic mountains continue to draw people from around the world. In fact, the Mount Washington Commission recently agreed to pursue a UNESCO World Heritage Site designation for the peak. It's a place that demands we pause and appreciate our place in the world. And today, in this moment, it serves as a reminder for us to appreciate our home, and in particular, the people that make it special. Today marks a significant milestone. It is the end of one leg of your journey and the beginning of another. As a whole, your class has experienced much already. Team and individual success in multiple sports, plays and cabaret, CT certifications and awards, apprenticeships, college acceptances, and scholarships. And you've also experienced difficult times. Rest assured that it's the challenges in particular that forge your character and define who you are as a person. You are coming of age in a time of change and transformation. And as we sit here today in the shadow of Mount Washington, a place steeped in lore and legend, we should reflect on the challenges ahead of us and learn the lessons of those who came before us, perhaps giving us a roadmap to success. 250 years ago, our founding fathers crafted and signed the Declaration of Independence. The political, social, and economic impact of the Second Constitutional Convention changed the world. It was the first defining moment of our nation, and the first Americans rose to meet the challenge of a new age. Since that time, generation after generation of men and women have seized the mantle of responsibility to face the challenges set before them. Now your grandparents faced the challenges of the Cold War, while your great-grandparents
America's greatest generation, fought against the shackles of tyranny and fascism during World War II. Every generation faces challenges, and for 2.5 centuries, the people of our nation, your ancestors, have leaned into them, embraced them, and worked for a better future. President Kennedy's 1961 inaugural address inspired a generation when he stated, "The torch has been passed to a new generation," thereby accepting responsibility and striving to make our community, nation, and the world better. So what does this all mean to you as we sit here in our small town in the White Mountains of New Hampshire? Last year, Mr. Langlois and Mrs. Saladino shared pearls of wisdom from legends such as Whoopi Qualls and Ron Legere. Now, both Matt and Craig have reached that legendary status. You'll always remember their "hey buddies," followed by "it's time to get back to class," or "we need to sit down and talk about your schedule." These people and so many of your coaches, teachers, bosses, and family members have accepted this torch by making our community and the lives of all of us just a little bit better. Now you are on your own path, leading you to big cities and small towns. But no matter where they lead you, strive to make a positive impact on your community and the people who live there. Perhaps begin your journey to be a legend. So thinking about how you will move forward, I'm so proud of you and confident in the choices that you have made for your future. This celebration marks your last day as a student of Gorham High School and your first as an alumnus. Don't forget where you came from. Our community is remarkable, and as you explore our state in the world, know that you always have a home to come back to. So those are my words of encouragement and a challenge to you, the members of the class of 2026. And I speak for the entire staff of Gorham Middle High School when I say that you will go far and accomplish great things, and we are so proud of you. Congratulations. Now, I would like to invite Senior Class President Atticus Hamill to the stage for his commencement address.
I kind of feel like I dropped the ball here. I didn't realize it was the 250th anniversary of America. My speech would have been a lot cooler if I... So. Family members, teachers, community members, and the class of 2026, thank you for being here today. When I reflect on the past 4 years, but really the past 12 years, I keep coming back to this simple quote. Greatness is in the agency of others. It's a cliche to say that it takes a village to raise a child. But this small, caring community positively takes you into its arms and guides you through your first 18 years of life. To me, there's always been something a little different about our community though, a Gorhamness, so to speak. It wasn't the royal blue pullovers, the October foliage traffic we all dreaded, or the AMC hikes we drudged through in the days of Ed Fenn. It wasn't us either. We had no choice whether we were here or not. This Gorhamness around us was a choice though. It was Miss LaPointe keeping Winter Carnival alive and guiding groups of unassuming students and parents across the Atlantic Ocean. It was Miss Freeman and the Russos putting up with a dozen prima donnas, including myself, to organize the uniquely Gorham Cabaret. It was Madame Strivik bringing us across the border of the French-Canadian communities we'd been unaware of before, that we would fall in love with. It was Miss Sargent's quote board of atticisms, don't ask. It was Mr. Herrick, Miss Grant, Miranda and Felicia taking our class under their wings and waking up at 5 in the morning for fundraisers maybe 5 of us would attend. It was our parents bringing unforgettable baked goods to homecoming every year. It was Mr. Langlois becoming a part-time therapist for so many of us. Mr. Snyder and Miss Roberge for putting our grades in at the speed of light. Mrs. Estes taking on the impossible task of teaching second semester college composition. Miss Patry somehow managing to keep the many different clashing personalities at bay during each sports seasons. The office ladies offering mints and smiles to students roaming the halls instead of early college statistics. Miss Perkins letting us griddle pancakes and bacon in advisory. Mrs. Pichet, Miss Downs, and Miss Williams somehow teaching the infamous 7R class. Miss White organizing the mysterious Chem-free night that my mom is forcing me to go to. Joking. The life skills department making sure we all have a nurturing place to learn. Miss Morneau for being the absolute goat. Mrs. Corrigan, Mr. Marsh, and Mr. Morissette thoughtfully fielding colorful voicemails from our parents. And Mr. Saladino somehow keeping all of this in motion while smoking various different meats every weekend. In 3 months, some of us will be moving furniture into possibly small dorm rooms. Some of us will be at basic training for the armed forces. Some of us will be entering the workforce. And some of us will stay in the community, developing trades. This tight-knit, loving school community, or evergreen, as fellow graduate Logan Harriet beautifully described, will become something we look back to, either nostalgically, cringingly, or even melancholically. However we feel, this school has formed us into people we are today: tradespeople, athletes, musicians, prompt engineers. Beyond that, these teachers and community members have imparted on us the virtue of charity. Not the kind of charity that involves donations to shelters or third world countries, though those are appreciated, or picking up trash off the side of the road, but charity towards your community. In a world where you can work from home, get food and groceries delivered to your doorstep, and solely talk to other humans online, it might seem jarring that these individuals choose to wake up every morning, even sometimes on the weekends, and work to prepare us for our futures. But this is the sacred agreement from generation to generation, to serve your community such that one day someone will pick up the reins and continue your work. As the famous proverb goes, a society grows great when men and women plant trees whose shade they know they will never sit in. As we open new doors, start new careers, and find success we never thought we could, it's important that we fulfill this generational promise. In the world we live in, it might seem that there's no point in this, that the leaders of our country have even forgot this promise, that our futures have already been decided for us. But we're seldom told the power we have to forge our own paths and to create change. We might never live in homes with white picket fences, land union jobs with pensions and dental benefits, or even buy gas for under $4. But what truly matters are the stories we share, the families we create, the friendships we build, and the people we help. Ralph Waldo Emerson says, "Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path, and leave a trail." That is really all we can do. Just like in this small community, there will always be an opportunity to try something new, a place for you to call home, someone to look out for you, even if that person is yourself. Remember what you have brought to this community and what it has brought you in return, and the lessons our community pillars have taught us. You might leave this community, but this community will never leave you. Go be great, class of 2026.
Thank you, Atticus. And now I'd like to invite Sophie Nickerson to the stage for her commencement address.
Good evening, friends, families, loved ones, and most importantly, the class of 2026. On behalf of my class, thank you for being here with us today, but more importantly, thank you for helping us get to this point in our lives, waiting to walk across the stage to accept our diplomas. Without your encouragement and support throughout the years, we wouldn't be here today, standing at the edge of our new beginnings. Now, I'd like you all to take a moment to picture something. Imagine yourself standing in front of two rock walls. One is shorter, its colds closer together, with a small silver bell perched at the top. The other stands tall, climbing high into the sky, and at the very top hangs a big, shining gold bell. Which do you choose? For years, I opted for the taller walls. I was drawn to the challenge and the promise of something great waiting at the top, and so I climbed again and again throughout my life. But climbing isn't always perfect. Sometimes you fall. Maybe the hold you reached for was too far, or your foot didn't catch quite right, and you're left sinking to the ground, the bell feeling farther away than ever. But with each fall, you learn, you adjust, and you try again. That is what I wrote my college essay about, walls and climbing and falling. However, I then went on to say that I was okay with falling. But the truth is I wasn't. I told the college admissions offices that I had learned to embrace failure. More importantly, I told myself that I wasn't being honest with anyone. In truth, I loathed the thought of falling. The first few falls are manageable. You tell yourself that no one's perfect, that growth takes time, as you pick yourself up off the ground and begin again. Often, after a few attempts, you learn the right path, and eventually you reach the bell. But sometimes you don't. Sometimes you fall again and again. Just when you think you've made progress, it's ripped away as you slip and plummet back to the ground, watching everything you've struggled to accomplish wiped clean. So you get back up, and you try again. Time after time, you climb. Your hands become sore, your body tired, but you keep forcing yourself back up, determination enough to keep you going. But you fall, and you fall, and you fall. Those were the moments for me that made my heart race until my mind was foggy, my body was numb, and I couldn't breathe because suddenly the air had become too thick. Most would take this as their sign to quit, to ask for help. For me, this became what drove me to push forward. I would force myself back up. The protests my mind and body made left ignored. It took me until senior year to realize that you can only continue like that for so long. Eventually, your body and mind will decide for you that something needs to change. For me, that meant learning when it's time to step back and ask for help. But I had long ago grown to hate needing help. The idea to me felt like admitting to failure. This, however, is not true, because throughout our lives, we have relied on those around us to grow. You learn to walk, not because you picked your small body off the floor after you stumbled, but because someone helped you up. Maybe your father set you back on your small, clumsy feet. Maybe your tiny fingers gripped his as you walked towards your mother's outstretched arms. Maybe you learned to speak because your older sibling recited words to you over and over again, hopping as your mouth tripped over hard syllables. Maybe you learned to ride a bike because your cousin lent a hand to help you up off the ground. Maybe she stood back as you pedaled forward, calling after you, reminding you not to look down. When continuing feels impossible, walls too high to climb, you search for strength in those around you. You find it in the Father who will wipe away your hot tears as they roll down your cheeks. He won't just look at you and tell you he's proud, but instead, he'll remind you that you should be proud of yourself, that your hard work should never go ignored. You find it in the Mother who will help you back up as she says you've worked too hard to give up now. She'll wait for the moment when the ring of the bell reaches her ears, and she'll be at the bottom when you get back, ready to celebrate with you. You find it in the best friend who will bring you flowers and lie with you at the base of the wall as the world crumbles around you. She'll promise to sit with you until you're ready to try again, and she always will, no matter how long that takes. You find it in the grandfather who will tell you the same jokes over and over again. It has long since lost its humor, but you still laugh every time because of the way his eyes light up. And you know he does it just to see you smile. And even long after he is gone, you still find it in the way the sun still shines and warms your face, even when the world feels cold and gray, because you are reminded that there's always beauty and warmth to be found in the world. You find it in the teacher who will look at you with tears in her eyes as she says she's proud of you. She'll stand and watch as you disappear into the clouds, saying bye-bye butterfly as you go. So, to the class of 2026. As you stand at the threshold of your next chapter, choose your walls. You'll encounter many throughout your lives, but you must always remember who has stood with you up until this moment. Remember to look down each time you ring the bell at the crowd of people waiting for you below, and know that they were the ones you found strength in. They are what makes your accomplishments all the more worthwhile. I wish you all the best. I would now like to invite our guest speaker, Phil Russo, to the stage.
I apologize to the audience if I turn my back to you, but the speech is for our graduates, and so I will be talking directly to them. Thank you. Thank you and congratulations to the class of 2026. It was an honor to be asked to be here today. It means a lot because you all mean a lot to me. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Phil Russo, and I have had the pleasure of getting to know these guys over the past 7 years. I was honestly quite surprised when they asked me to be their commencement speaker. The truth is, I'm not sure what I can say to inspire all of you. As cheesy as it sounds, I genuinely feel that I have learned far more from all of you than I could ever have possibly hoped to teach. So rather than impart my own words of wisdom, I thought I would share a quote that I find to be inspiring. For those of you who do know me, don't worry, I'm not up here to quote some obscure Iron Man comic or a Marvel movie. An occasion like this calls for something a bit more serious. Instead, I'm here to share with you a quote from Gotham City Police Commissioner James Gordon from DC Comics and Batman fame. This quote will likely be familiar. If you've ever been in my office or received an email from me, you've seen part of it before. But it bears repeating, so here goes. You are going to make a difference. A lot of times it won't be huge, it won't be visible even, but it will matter just the same. Don't do it for praise or money. That's what I want to tell you. Do it because it needs to be done. Do it to make your world better, just a little at a time. Class of 2026, as you embark on your next journey, remember that. You are going to make a difference. Whatever it is that you choose to do, or wherever it is that you choose to go, you are going to have an impact. You are going to leave your mark. And this doesn't magically start now that you've graduated from high school. No, this is something you've already been doing over the past 18 years. Each and every one of you up here has already made a difference. But don't just take my word for it. Sorry. I could stand up here and talk about the impact that you've made on my life. Because believe me, each and every single one of you has. But I'm only one person, and you've made a difference to so many more. So instead, I reached out to your teachers and peers to get stories on how you have influenced them over the years. I'd like to share some of the comments with you today. Your teachers shared stories from the classroom, where Edgar Allan Poe's name became a cue to stand and salute. Where the glittery "For Lifers" framed photo still adorns Miss Pichet's wall. Where cooking videos, music, and dancing were all a big part of your education, and you often asked if you could write a song for this. Memories from middle school enrichments, where your acting chops were tested just about as much as your teacher's patience. But through it all, they admired your perseverance, motivation, and steadfastness, sharing memories of all the meaningful conversations and how you were a reminder of why teachers teach. To quote one response, "You were the class that made a self-doubting teacher believe that she could teach older kids." Another wanted me to ask if you all remember the day that it was quiet in honors physics. Yeah, neither does Miss Sargent. Many responses were about your sense of humor and the jokes that weren't always appropriate, but were certainly memorable. Stories about spilling the tea on a trip to the Isle of Shoals, or the many guidance lunches that may have just been a little too loud. The Atticusisms in chemistry honors, like how precision is just accuracy, but more. The Winter Carnival senior skit that required a stepladder so that Mr. Feeney would only look a little shorter than Max. Some responses talked about memorable trips. Traveling to Europe, where everyone was welcome to sing, dance, joke, and be included. A trip to Montreal, where stories were exaggerated, because as I recall, nothing happened. Except for Evan joining in a riot after a Canadiens game. A senior class trip to New York City, where the elevators were frustrating, to say the least. Braden had to kick down a door to escape from a bathroom. And the class got lost in Boston, of all places. Most notably, they talked about the way you were a leader. How you helped an underclassman or a new staff member feel accepted and included. How your kindness made sitting on the basketball bench a favorite memory, simply because it meant laughing with your friends. Stories about lasting friendships and how just saying hi in the hallway could make someone's day 10 times better. Moments where you showed up, showed you cared, and accepted each other. When you were a mentor to a newer musician in cabaret, the freshman in your Spanish class, or a middle schooler at track practice. Whether it was in a classroom, at a sporting event, on the stage, or anywhere else, you were a role model to all who looked up to you. If you haven't noticed, there is a common theme of each story shared about all of you. Each one was about your character, your personalities, your kindness. This is the difference that you make every day. Your positivity, inclusion, humor, brighten the days of everyone around you. The stories the people closest to you chose to tell were never about the big moments. They weren't about the major accomplishments or the awards won. They weren't about the championship games, the sold-out shows, or the academic honors. They were the little moments. The things that may not be visible even, but matter just the same. The things that we so often overlook, but are exactly the kinds of things that leave a lasting impression. As you go out into this next chapter, you're going to work towards your dreams and aspirations. And you should. Those accomplishments certainly matter. But on those days where a dream feels a little out of reach, or maybe you're not as far ahead as you would have hoped, remember the impact that you are making. Remember those little moments, the way that you're making your world better, just a little at a time. Graduates, I want you to take a moment to look around at the audience here today. They aren't here because you got the grade and passed all your classes. They aren't here because you're graduating high school. Every person in this audience is here because of you. Because you have impacted them in some way. Because of something you did. Because of the way you made them feel. And even still, this isn't everyone you have made an impact on. There are countless others who couldn't be here today, who you have changed the lives of. So on behalf of everyone that you have impacted, we would of course like to say congratulations. But more importantly, we would like to thank each of you. Thank you for the many years of friendship, of laughter, of memories. Thank you for making a difference.
So I'm sure nobody noticed, but I did. Phil's cufflinks, of course, are Batman. So now it's time for the presentation of diplomas, what we've all come here for tonight. So we would like to invite board member Richard Humaker to present our diplomas. All the graduates, please, thank you. And please proceed. Hallie Kate Albert. Maxwell Grondin. Atticus Henry Hamill. Madison Faye Lamarck. Sophie Jean Nickerson. Silas James Backler. Madison Kenna Braley. Timothy Chauvette. Brooklyn Dakota Dagnall. Christian Duarte Torres. Griffin Grondel. Logan R. Harriet. Justin Chandra Iswara. Gianna Kathleen Pizzuto. Mason L.F. Roberge. Natanya Beth Roberge. Jacob Robert Warner. Emma Ann White. Emerson Mackenzie Carnes. Jalen Grace Cooper. Now, our next graduate is Caden Cotty. He is not in attendance today. He is in Atlanta, Georgia, with the Skills USA competition, national competition. He placed in state in the New Hampshire, first in New Hampshire, and he is representing Gorham High School and the Berlin CT program. And we will be having a private ceremony for him next week. So, Caden Cotty. Cameron Coulomb. Darian Joseph Crinity. Christine Helen Marie Dawaza. Evan Raymond Dewey. Tucker Estes. Vanessa Giroux. Lexi Rose Gravel. Abby Grace LaFlamme. Abigail Grace Mark. Braden Lavoie. Malia Malakias. Ari Murray. Annika Paul. Connor Pryor. Caitlin Madison Roy. And Samantha Rose Woodrum. Everybody, eyes forward. Graduates, please get ready and on the cue, switch your tassels. By Gorham Randolph Sheldon Cooperative School Board and the state of New Hampshire, I now pronounce you graduates of Gorham High School. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our newest alumni, the class of 2026.
You have to grab your stuff right now. I know that. I'm taking it. I'm taking it.
wonderful evening.